everybody. I'm a few minutes late, but yeah, just had to turn on my computer. Hi, Uncover the News. How are you? Thank you. Of course, always for you putting up stories and all that on the way, things that we might want to have a look at. Yeah, so I've had a quick look around. Ivanka Trump, I saw just a headline, her new life in Florida and all that, and I thought I'd have a look at her. Yeah, it could land in Australia. Where will it crash? Let's have a look, because it's got a 4-hour window. Will it hit Australia? The rocket. And if so, where? As long as it doesn't hit a house or a populated area, bits of it will. But, as long as they don't hit where people are going to get hurt, that's fine. Ollie and DB, hello. Oh, well, thank you very much. I suppose I've got my fur babies that don't have children, but my sister always sends me a text to say happy Mother's Day, happy fur baby Mother's Day. I'll have to make a phone call and all that yesterday. And yeah, so I was just checking to make sure I haven't got any. Yeah, and happy Mother's Day to everyone who's a mum, grandmother, fur baby mum, whatever. Okay, the Philadelphia District Attorney candidate addresses woman found dead in his home on the website The Girl in My Bathtub. Okay.
Pass me the wet pack, please.
Pass you to what?
Pass me the wet pack box, please. Sorry, no. Come on.
Oh, Dad, no cheap frills.
There you go.
I just had to hand something to hubby. He didn't have a shirt on. Still my beating heart. And I thought, oh, look behind the cage. He had something on his bottom half. Damn. Yes, please do that. Thank you, Uncover the News. Uncover, are you a moderator? Because I don't know if I've made you a moderator or not. Let's have a look here. Yes, you are. You're a moderator. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Clarence. Hi, Grandmere D. Sharon Sipe, Kathy W. Well, that's interesting. I don't know much more about that story, so we'll leave that alone. Will Dems have victories in 22 and 24? Okay. Dems 22 and 24 victories. And we'll look at the House and the Senate and the President in each case. House, Senate, President. Okay. So I've written down your question, Clarence. Let's see. Bonnie Russell, hello. Teresa Balthazar, hello. Mims, hi, Mims. Oh, goodness me. We had a lovely night away on Friday night. We popped up to Dongara just to get out Perth. And it was lovely. We just, it's a lovely spot, and we just had it was a unit right on the sea, and saved a bit for it, so we could do it. And yeah, sometimes you've got to put a little bit aside here and there to do those sorts of things. And It was nice. It was an upstairs unit, so I have a rule about stairs. I go up them once and down them once. So James has to be pack horse and everything. And we just sat there in the unit with the front door wide open. We had a balcony, and it was like 30 feet, 40 meters from the sea, 50 meters from the sea. And we listened to the water come in, have fresh air, and the bedroom window open so you could hear the waves and all that during the night as well. And we just vegged 21 hours of total veg, and it was lovely. Not worrying about anything. So let's see. Michelle Peterson, hi. So any other questions? Bo Obama, who's that? Is that Barack Obama's father or something? Do. What are you doing? Well, you won't find one there. They're all dirty. Have a look in the black bag.
Where's that?
It's there.
Yeah.
There's the Intrepid shirt. He's digging through dirty clothes. Dirty clothes for a typical man. Oh, the dog. Oh, blessings. Poor Bubba. Okay. Any other questions at the moment? Hi, Apple. Michelle Peterson, hi. Jane Finley English, hi. Poor baby. Okay. Hi, Amy Smith. Yeah. Just having a quick look at this news feed here. Okay. Will Trump start super spreaders on his MAGA rally tour because of so he's doing a MAGA rally tour. Will they be super spreader? Events. Okay. Will Trump be arrested at one of his rallies? Okay. That would be interesting. That would be a mistake. I don't think so, because it would be a huge mistake to do. It would just fire people up. But I'll read anyway. My pen's running out. Another pen? No, that's not a pen. Is this a pen? Yep, this is a pen. Will James have? Yeah, Clarence, I've written that down already. I've written your question down, Clarence Fields, on the Democrats. Will Matt Gaetz be arrested at his rallies, his America First rallies? You know, I don't think that they're going to do it where they're... I'm getting no on both counts for those being arrested at the rallies, because it's just... You only see that on TV. It's... and it just gives them an opportunity to play things up. So I really don't see that happening. But Matt Gaetz, let's... Feds wiretap on Trump. It's interesting that Caitlyn Jenner came out with that stance on transgender girls not competing with other girls. But the thing is, if anyone has the knowledge and the insight that is needed to answer that question, it would be her, as a former Olympian and athlete. She is in a unique position as being really one of those people who would know what competing as a transgender woman against women born that way is. And if she feels that it's not something that should be allowed, it's because of her in-depth knowledge of it, being a transgender woman herself. So it's one of those things where it's like, oh, that's not fair. They shouldn't be saying that. This is somebody who's in that position to know better than anyone the ins and outs of it. At least, well, and you never want to encourage someone to have a trans operation when they're young enough that's so... Yeah, so there's a bit of a... Yeah. So, and she went on to play in a women's golf tournament. Yeah, well, there you go. Merrick Garland plans for Trump. Well, got to turn that off now. It's too cold. Thank you very much. So much. Thank you for the support. Anyway, yeah, it's interesting that she would say one thing and then do another. Anyway, that's just my point was that probably be one of the people who would really know the differences with a transgender woman and as far as athletics and things like that. Will Rudy flip on Trump? Good question. Okay, I'm going to start getting into these now. Okay, because we're over 13 minutes in. So let's have a look, guys. And hi, Linda B. And I'll take some questions a bit later on, okay? Hi, Harry's Mum 2008. Haven't seen you around for a while. I'm just getting some crap out of my eye. Lovely to see you. Yes, a few people haven't seen them for a while, so it'd be... Bye, sweetheart. Drive safely. Wendy K. Deborah Costro, hi. Okay. Whoa. The Marga Rally Tour. Let's see, will I hit Australian? What do we start with? We'll start at the top of my list. Ivanka. How's Ivanka? That's all right. That's all right, Harry's mum. Ivanka Trump. What is happening with Ivanka Trump at the moment? Might use that 9-card layout that I was using for Donna Norman the other day. So let's have a look. Her state of mind. Her past. Review and assessment. Oh dear. This is the 7 of Pentacles. This is one of the reap what you sow cards. She's worried about stuff that was in the past. This is her state of mind. She's worried about things that happened in the past. People keep looking at things, especially I think the inauguration fund. That is her big ship. That is her big cargo of doom, I suppose you'd call it. Hey, Baba girl. And this is also a reap what you sow. So she is worrying about it, even though she set herself up a new life, new friends, new activities. She's worried. It's on her mind. The present, she really feels like she's her state of mind is the present is I'm going to win everybody over. Everyone's going to love me. I'm going to win them all over. I'm going to be the queen bee down here. Because, you know, I was the queen bee in New York, and I'm going to make sure I'm the queen bee down here. That's the present. What's going to be on her mind in the future? Let's have a look here. What's going to be on her mind in the future? Yeah, Cameo, my Baba girl. Ooh. Her state of mind in the future, she's going to be feeling restricted, not go anywhere. She's going to be worried. Not at the moment, but in the future, her state of mind is going to be, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? You know, I'm confined. Really worried about being confined and worrying about prison, basically, and legal troubles. So what's in her environment, that road? Environment in the past. Everybody was judging me. Everybody was judging me. Everybody was judging me, and I really hated it. And they all thought that I was a bad person. So that was the past for her in her environment. She was just feeling everyone was judging her all the time. All the time she was being judged. And that's, yeah. Presently in her environment, a feeling of loss. I'm not going to say regret because she doesn't do regret. She feels like it's somebody else's losses and is somebody else's fault. The only way she might do regret is, I regret befriending that person because they swindled little old me and stuff, which is just not true. Or they tattled on me. But in her environment at the moment is loss. Now, this isn't pentacles. This is cups, emotional loss. And hi, Sharon Sype. She feels like some people are turning their back on her. And I think that's why she's determined to win everyone over. Not everyone is. She's lost friends. In New York and everything. Everyone was judging it, so they've moved. But she's not winning as many friends as she'd hoped either. So that's why that's on her mind. She's determined to win people over. The Trumps are trying to set up their kingdom again in Florida. Her future. Oh, in the environment in her future. Dirty money, group work, dirty money. This is definitely the classic dirty money card. Working with others. Yeah. Contributing factors in the past. Having to walk away from Washington. She didn't want to walk away from Washington and from her position. If Trump had won again, she'd still be there in the White House. And she really hated that. She hated having to walk away. And I think she's a bit bitter about it. But she's also worried about, this is also a card of bearing witness. People telling about her. Currently, contributing factors, agendas, secrets. There's no wisdom here. This is a card of wisdom. This is the High Priestess. I feel it should be like this. Stupidity, foolishness, wasted knowledge. Hi, Flora. And really, really, she's worrying about secrets coming out too. And that her agenda, she's not going to be able to carry off her agenda. Because believe it or not, Florida has been around for a long time. A very long time. Remember, it was Spanish colony for a long, long time. Florida goes back to the 1600s and stuff, you know. There's families down there who are really, really, real old money, and they're not that flashy. People think the people with the money in Florida are flashy and all that. Yeah, the new money. She's too flashy for a lot of people, but the real old families down in Florida, no, she's not going to be able to get in a stranglehold on that. The same way they couldn't get a stranglehold on the real money in New York. Okay, what's the future for as far as contributing factors? So her strategies and the age and the wisdom and secrets too, and they have their secrets and they don't want the Trumps anywhere near them. So there's a strategy to keeping her out of the most elite as well. They're never going to be able to. They thought they'd become the new elite, but they're not. Okay, contributing factors for her future. Making mistakes, the same mistakes, repeating patterns of action. And one of the biggest mistakes she's making is, they're not going to, if she wants to distance herself from daddy, that's not going to happen unless she's going to move down there with him, and it's all, repeated mistakes. She's not smart. She's not smart. Oh, there was a cyber attack on one of the US's largest pipeline. Oh. Just caught the headline there. Shut down after an apparent cyber attack. What pipeline is that? Real smart people don't have to prove how smart they are. The Colonial pipeline had to shut down 5,500 miles of its pipeline, 45% of the East Coast fuel supplies, and it travels through 14 southern and eastern US states after a breach of it. It carries gasoline, fuel, and jet fuel. 100 million gallons of fuel each day and services 7 airports. Ransomware. Okay, so how about we take a little bit of a detour? Hello, my Baba girl. What's going on? One kiss from mummy? Okay. So, that's Ivanka. Let's have a look at this. Who's responsible for... Hi, Amy Smith. This Colonial pipeline cyber attack. Who's behind it? Is it an extortion attempt, or is it another country? Yes, she is beautiful. It was down for several hours on Friday. It came after news of Cyber's 100-day plan to protect the nation's critical infrastructure against cybersecurity threats. Was it an extortion attempt? There's no mention of extortion, but there might not be. So was it an extortion attempt? Let's have a look. Guides of the highest truth and compassion. Thank you for helping me find insight and clarity into the question of the cyber attack on the Colonial pipeline. Sheila, you don't have to apologise for being late. Welcome. Lovely to see you as always. I saw you on with, there was a Sheila double, Sheila and Sheila. I hope that went well. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. Yeah. Ace of Cups. Dirty money. No. It wasn't an extortion attempt. The Moon. So we've got the Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles, the Moon, Secrets. There's more to it than that. 10 of Wands, and it's more than extortion. Okay. Yeah, anxiety. It was designed to cause anxiety. There wasn't any demand for money. It wasn't an extortion attempt. There's a lot more to come out about the attempt. There was definitely designed to raise anxiety. Infrastructure is one of the main aims of the Biden-Harris administration. It's one of the big COVID and infrastructure are two of the biggest things. Yeah, I saw that about Tawny Katane. Yeah. So was it from another? Was another country behind it? Let's have a look here. Was another country behind the Colonial pipeline cyber attack? Ten of Cups, that's a yes card. Conflict. Five of Wands, that's a no. Oh. Five of Pentacles, that's a no. It wasn't an extortion attempt. Wow, lots of no's. Another country, no. We've got the Five of Swords. Seven of Cups. Gaslighting, confusion issue. Prosecution. They're going to find out who did it. Was it someone who's prosecution? Page of Swords. That's a spy, but there's lots of no cards here. And again, there's the anxiety. Where's my book? Like I said, I have a little book for the numbers because I'm not big on the numbers. So one, two, three. There's three. Routine activity, stability. There's three fives, which is an attempt to disrupt routine activities and stability. True, but why? We've got the Empress. Yeah, that could be Russia. Yeah, that could be Russia. But when I asked if it was another country, there's a lot of no cards here. So, but then we've got the Russia, we've got the spy card. We've also got the gaslighting card, which is a maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, yeah, it was. It was. And I'd say it probably Russia's behind it. Definitely a spy. Corruption to just yeah, Russia. But they're going to find the person and they're going to be charged and or prosecute or corruption. Somebody very corrupt is doing it too. Yeah. So that's the pipeline thing. Shocked? Not. No. Yeah, it's Russia. Yeah, I think things are going to get more hairy for Iraq because they're becoming, the more they're attacked and all that and targeted, the more pro-US they become. Oh, J Cat Lady, hello, lovely to see you. And you'd never have to apologise for joining a bit later. That's okay. And hello to everyone else who's watching, who's not on the chat. Oh, it's lovely to know that you're there, and very humbling. And hello to everyone who will be watching later. I really appreciate the people who take the time out to either join or just click, oh, I'll watch this later on. I really appreciate it. It's lovely, and it just fills my heart. So thank you, all of you. Don't worry about that J-Cat lady. If you join late, it's fine, sweetheart. It's fine. I know a lot of people like to be there live from the start, and I should schedule them. And sometimes I remember to, sometimes I don't. So, my coffee machine has gone for the day. Normally he's out on Saturdays, but because we had a little bit of a getaway, normal Saturday visit to his mate today, so I'm going to have to refresh my coffee on my own midway through. So, oh, thank you. Oh, and happy Mother's Day, everyone, for tomorrow in the US, today in Australia. Yeah. What a sweetheart. What a sweetheart. Hi, Jugarad. Okay, let's see what's next on the list, because I got diverted by the pipeline story. Will the Chinese rocket hit Australia? Bits of it might. I think it's starting to drop bits off. Judgment. We're talking about the Chinese rocket. Now, this is the judgment card. It's going to wake people up. So I'd say it's going to be behind in our timeline. So we might get the thing that's worrying me is that this is a high impact card. So there might be a bit of a larger piece of it, or a couple of larger pieces of it hitting a couple of places and causing a bit of damage in that immediate area. I'm not talking about huge things, but like damage. You know, if it was to fall out in the middle of a desert or in the middle of the ocean, it's not really going to do much damage. But if some of it smacks into a forest or something and it's still hot, it could cause a fire, or it could, you know, a couple of pieces of it could smash into houses and cause some damage there. If it's over land, there's possibility for some damage, and I'm worried about that. King of Pentacles. Yeah, it's going to cost. It's going to cause some cost. Stability. Yeah, there's going to be some monetary costs. Need for repairs. Yeah, need for resources are going to. I hope I'm wrong, but you know, these things fall to earth where they fall to earth. We had a huge, big chunk of Landsat land in Australia. Planned. Yeah, there are going to be some consequences from it. Possibly over a bit of a wider area than anticipated. Got the lost card there. It might cause a bit of argy-bargy. Like there might be some government saying to China, we want compensation. We want compensation. Harry's mum, where are you? It's supposed to hit your area. You always hope that these things don't hit populated areas and stuff. Oh, Linda B, that is so sweet. That is so sweet that your husband did that. I've got a swinging chair out the back that I love to sit in. Italia. You're in Italy, no? Italia? Harry's mum? Mediterranean basin for short. So you're in Italy, are you? Oh, so you're about 5 hours behind me? 4 or 5 hours behind me? Yeah. Wow. Well, I hope I'm wrong, but we've got a lost card. We've got possibly going to have an impact with. I hope I'm wrong. Okay, I really hope I'm not wrong. And I do feel bits and pieces of it, like small ones, but I think there's going to be possibly larger pieces than they anticipated as well. So let's hope I'm wrong and that there is no damage from it. But the Mediterranean is, yeah, it's not as empty as you'd like it to be. It'd be a lot better if it was over the middle of the Pacific or the middle of the Indian Ocean, but they really did anticipate it falling, I think, in an area, but it's not happening. The Filipina named Crystal. Hello, Crystal. Thank you for joining us. It's nice to see new names. I hope you enjoy it. 3:45 a.m. here. 45. So you're 6 hours behind me. Wow. I'm in WA. I'm in Western Australia, Mims. I'm in Perth. Why, where are you? Okay, so that's the rocker. I really hope I'm wrong about it causing damage and some high impact in certain areas. So I hope that's wrong. But I don't think it's going to go quite as planned. Oh, you're in Portland, Oregon. Where's your daughter? You said your daughter's in Australia. Hi, Deborah Costro. Winston. Oh, is he a bulldog? Deborah Costro. She said her dog's name's Winston. I'm wondering if he's a bulldog. Let's get a new deck out here. So, Clarence Field, you asked about the elections in 2022 and 2024 and how the Dems were going to go. She's in Brizzy. Okay. She's 2 hours ahead of me then. Brizzy is Brisbane, for those who don't know, in Queensland. So, okay. Let's see. The Democrats in 2022 election. Let's have a look. I'm going to have a look at the House, the Senate, and the presidency. So we'll go House. Senate. Knight of Cups. Presidency. Yes, yes. First thing for the House is I've got 3 of Swords. So that's some loss. But still being able to maintain stability. 4 of Cups. The presidency is certainly fine. 4 of Cups. Using a different, I think I'll use a different deck. It's just too confusing a picture there. A Great Pyrenees, 115 pounds. That's a big dog. Winston, hey? I'm trying to remember what Great Pyrenees look like. Oh. Great. Oh, he is. Oh, gorgeous dogs. Gorgeous dogs. White. They're white. Oh. Thank you, Sheila. I'm just going to move my camera so everyone can see what sort of dog Deborah has and why she needs him on a running lead. Hang on. You see that? That's a Great Pyrenees. They are big dogs. See that woman there with her? Oh, what a gorgeous animal. Now let's see if I can things back. Gorgeous animal. No wonder you need a running lead for him. Winston, what a great name. Oh, put that back later. Okay. Small horse, yeah. I'm Melinda Dutcher. Okay, now I'm going to use a different deck for that. I just so I've gone total. What's it? Okay, now we're looking at the 2022 election. Democrats, how are they going to go in the House? Okay, we'll do a horseshoe spread. Okay, the past. Yes, they've been held together at the Congress. They've got both of the Congress, and Nancy Pelosi has been a huge key there with her leadership in the House and her relationship with Chuck Schumer. At present, there's a little bit of an out in the cold vibe there, but it's not necessarily bad. They're sort of like, this is the House. They do have the majority in the House, but we've got the 5 cards. So let's see. It's like they need to move on. They're still stuck a little bit, and they need to move on. I feel like this should be reversed. So, and move on to there's some people there's some people they need to move on and get on. They're still stuck a little bit with old relationships, old ways of doing things, the partisanship that was of the last 20 years. It's sort of like they're still a little bit frozen in time there. It's hard. They're finding it hard to. Yeah, the Republicans are freezing them out. And they're trying to re-establish bipartisanship there, but it's not happening. So they just have to move on and not worry about that. They've got the majority to get things through. So hidden influences at work, Queen of Cups. The other thing they're trying to, sorry, I'm being drawn back to the 5 of Pentacles. The other thing they're trying to do is keep a lid on, and with the Queen of Cups, is the lid's off here, but they're trying to keep a lid on the younger and more progressives as well. To provide leadership, but also I think maybe they feel they're being frozen out a bit and smothered a bit too. So that's affecting that relationship. a bit. They're going to go with the party line, but they're trying to hold things back a bit because it's not quite the right time to introduce a lot of what they want to introduce. Obstacles to be overcome. We've got the Fool here in the obstacles to be overcome. The Fool in its simplest sense is it's not, we'll go away from like the total naive person. Okay. In the simplest sense, when you see the traditional card, the Rider-Waite card, you'll see the Fool stepping off that ledge with not a care in the world, total faith and belief that they're going to be okay. And this is in the obstacles to be overcome. It's sort of let things play out as they may, we will be okay sort of mentality. And it's sort of like, no, you can't think that way. That's fatalistic. There are some older members sitting back on their laurels saying, we've won for the last 10 cycles, in the last 20 years, we've kept our seats. We don't have to work hard anymore to do that. We just have faith in our constituents. And it's like, hang on, that's a mindset that's not going to help. There are some members that need a bit of a kick up the butt in order to, and I think that there are some seats that are more vulnerable than they think because of this attitude. And they've got to overcome that attitude within some of the seats. Otherwise, they will lose because their majority is not that big. It's enough, but it's not a huge majority. And the Republicans will come a lot closer than they need to if that attitude is not kicked up the butt. So that's got to be overcome. Attitudes of other people. People are anxious. They're anxious about their families with coronavirus. They're anxious about the environment. And the Democrats really have to listen to those people's anxieties and start getting out. It's hard to get out into the community and be on the ground with them at the moment. But they have to start now doing that because the anxiety of what's happening. Yes, Biden is doing things, okay? But Biden could win, as you've seen before, the president can win the vote but lose both the House and the Senate. And that's not on the president if you lose the House and the Senate. That's on the senators and the reps because they're not seen as having done enough. So they really have to start addressing that anxiety out in the community now. I still feel that, let's see, what should they do? Yeah, start getting out there and showing real support and listening. Having virtual town halls or small town halls where you can start now and start listening. Get people in, reading all the letters that they get in. and doing statistical analysis on what people are worried about and things like that, so that they can show, look, we've been looking, we've been reading your letters, we can see that this is such a big area here. We can see this, that, and the other, and we can see what you want us to do. And this is what we're planning. I'm planning as your representative to do. They have to start showing that support. Otherwise, they could be in danger of losing the house. What is the outcome going to be for them? Strength. Okay, well, that's good. That's good. They're still, I'd say they're still going to keep the house. And if they start working now as the reps, as they should be, because you lose your seat because your constituents aren't happy with what you're doing and your performance. So, but it looks like strength here, a show of strength. They're going to have a show of strength in the House next year in 2022. Okay, but they've got some work to do. This out in the cold, this puts this out in the cold into a greater context too, the present. At present, there are some constituents who are feeling like they've been left out a bit. So it's constituents, as you know, and they have to start moving that. They have to start reversing that. I do think they will win, but it's not a sure thing. But if they get out there and of course in seats that they don't own as well, they will have a really strong showing and maybe even strengthen their lead, their majority. So that's for 2022 in the House. 2024. So I'll just do a very simple with 2024 is, will they retain? I won't do an in-depth analysis for 2024, but I will add the outcome for 2024. What will be the outcome be in 2024? Will they keep it? Again, the Fool, fresh start. That's the second time the Fool's come up. And hope, yes, every hope. And I think that one more card. The Chariot, yeah, the momentum. They're going to keep their momentum through to 2024. But also I think there might be a few new candidates, like some of the older ones might be not contesting their seats. So they're going to have some new and fresh candidates in there as well. So that's 2024, 3 cards for 2024. So that is the House for 2022. So let's have a look at the Senate 2022. What's going to happen there? And I'll do the same horseshoe and I'll do it the same way. The more in-depth reading for next year and then 3 cards on the outcome in 2024, okay? Hi, Greta. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady Farley. Hi, Lena Harrison. Hello. Apple, hello. So it's gone over Italy and it's heading towards Greece. So it's going from west to east, the rocket. We've been keeping track of the rocket. And I've got I'm hoping that my reading is wrong and it's not going to cause any problems in the Sea of Crete. Okay. think I'm a bit too south to worry about bits of it landing in my backyard. But if they do, serve me right, because I read on it, someone's having some impact somewhere. Okay, the Senate next year. How will the Dems do in 2022 with the Senate? Now, in the past, yeah, conflict because of the really, really small majority. They've been fighting to get everything they want done. It's been a fight. Hello, Marjorie Lara. The present. They're really just having faith that they're going to be able to get things done. Hidden influences at work. 7 of Cups, of course, gaslighting, lies, delusions, stories, undermining things. Hi, Bonnie Russell. Obstacles to overcome. Restraint. They've got to learn. They've got to get out there and be a little bit more. You know, one of the things that have irked some supporters is this: we'll take the high road philosophy of the Democrats and be a bit more restrained. They've got to be a little bit more. If they want to upset that balance, they've got to be a little bit more aggressive. Hi, Constance Campbell. The attitudes of other people. They can be a little bit too much on the fence about some things. I've just got to move my camera. I moved it before to show people something. I'm not quite in a position that I like. So there we go. This is one of my favourite authors, Kathleen Brooks. So and now I've chopped the top of my head off. Yay! Not really much of a difference. I'll sort it out later. Will Warnock and Ossoff stay in the Senate? Oh, Warnock and Ossoff. Yeah, no problem. Because they've won their Senate seats. They're not up for re-election next year, so that's fine. Yeah, some people's attitude is, look, it's too much on the fence sometimes. They've got to be a bit more decisive. What should they do? Get out there. Really increase the energy that they put out there with their candidates and put lots and lots of energy behind their candidates. And listen to their candidates. And look for a candidate that has got new ideas as well. I think someone a little bit younger as well. What will be the outcome? 2 of Wands. Crossroads, new pathway, new strategies, expansion. Let's choose. Where's my other book? Let's got twos as well. We've got two twos here. One's about expansion. So, yeah, they could expand their lead. I think they might expand their lead. Opposites. Relationship between two entities. Opposing loyalties. Ossoff and not Ossoff, Mansion and Cinema, I think. The opposing loyalties things with the two. I think that people see those two as they've got to go. Nine of Pentacles, but they will be okay. Autonomy. So I added another card. So expansion, a crossroads, those two, I think they might be primaried. Mansion and Cinema. The outcome, the 9, sitting pretty, full autonomy. So I do think they'll win and they'll have more. But I think that Mansion and Cinema might be out. But even if the Republicans won those 2 seats, well, they won't. No. Mansion and Cinema's influence, because they're not up for re-election next. Well, I don't know about Mansion, but Cinema's not. But their influence is going to be counted. So I do feel like, yes, there'll be more of a majority in the, a much clearer majority for the Democrats after next year. Hi, Constance Campbell. Okay. 2024. So I'll do 3 cards on the outcome of the election in 2024 for the Senate with the Democrats. Okay. Hi, Jazzy girl. Out in the cold. Oh, that's not good. New partnerships. Temperance. Yeah, 2024, they'll lose a few people, but then there's going to be new partnerships. Possibly they're going to primary some people out in 2024. And there'll be new things. Thank you, Crazy Cat Lady Farley. Thank you very much. Temperance, a new balance. I'll do one more. The resources. Yeah. I think 2024 with the Senate is a bit further out. Still a bit further out. I think they'll retain the majority, but there's going to be a few people out in the cold. So it's going to be an interesting one, that one. Okay. Oopsie. Okay. Gaetz. Pull other GOPs out of office. Yeah. Oh, well, the Gaetz situation. Oh, look, they're going to primary Gaetz. If he's still there, they're going to primary him. Yeah. They'll put someone in. Because if they run him again, they will lose the seat. And they know that. But will they lose the seat anyway? Will a Democrat win Matt Gaetz' seat next year? Will a Democrat win Matt Gaetz' seat next year? Will the Matt Gaetz' situation cause other GOPs to lose their seat? Will Matt Gaetz' situation affect GOP next year? Affect their chances in the House. What have we got here? Oh, making the same mistake. If they make that same mistake, anxiety, they are worried about it. You're feeling anxious. The Hierophant, hidden influences at work, the processes of government. This is a change they cannot avoid. This Matt Gaetz business, it is causing them a lot of anxiety. The hidden influences at work is the processes of government, including the courts. The obstacles is fortune. It's like it's going to swing the way it swings, and they don't really have much control in this situation. Hello, Baba girl. How you going, my sweetheart? How are you? Are you good? Hey? Are you good? Give Mama a kiss. Give Mummy a kiss. You want a kiss from Mummy? There you go. Can Mummy have her desk back? You're lying on her spread. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. What people see, lies, cover-ups, their attitude is they just lie and cover up for each other. What they need to do is Page of Wands. They need to do more than try and charm their ways out of it and talk their way out of it, because they can't do that. They have to really take the actions that they talk about taking. The result, strength. Yeah, it's going to have a huge effect. Yes, it is. Will other reps be involved? Let's see, found out to be involved in this. He's the only one so far that's come out. Are there other House reps involved that haven't come out yet? And that doesn't necessarily mean just, yes, the Republicans are definitely the black hats or the bad guys in in the scenario at the moment. They're definitely the black hats, but they haven't always been the bad guys. So hi, Marjorie Lara. I haven't seen your name for a little while. Welcome back. It's lovely to see you. Were there other House representatives involved, or even a senator? Let's see. Knight of Cups, Temperance, Restraint, Page of Swords. Yes. Oh, yeah, there's going to be more coming out. There's going to be more coming out. And it's definitely going to force some people into political isolation. Got the Tower, something big coming out. Restraint. There's going to be more coming out. There are more people involved. But I think it's not just in Florida. I think it's in another couple of states as well who are in on it. Yeah, that's good projection. Try and divert and project things onto other people. Blaming somebody for something that you did, saying, "Oh no, it was them." It's it's an inability or an unwillingness to accept responsibility for your own actions, and sometimes it's projection. Hi, Amy. It's Amy Smith. Yeah. Yeah, the whataboutism. Yep. Okay. Somebody asked me, MAGA rally tool, will it be the cause of some super spreader events? And Dave's been really nice today. Thank you, Dave, for respecting the rules that I like to set. And yeah, I don't ever want to lose Dave. He can crack me up at times. So hope you're still there, Dave. Oh, Clarence. I don't blame your brother, Clarence, for being mad. Clarence burned his brother's Trump T-shirt and didn't replace the mug he burned. They were your brother's possessions, so you can't blame someone for being mad that you destroyed their possessions. So there's other ways to protest other than destroying things. So, the Margaret Rally tour. 2 of Cups. See, yes, will it create some super spreader events? The devil. It's definitely not going to be mistakes, repeating mistakes. Yes, it could create some, gives new energy to the virus in some areas. Yeah. Tipping point. This is 2 2s on top of each other. What's that? The Knight of Wands. Yeah. They're going to have a slick talking person there making mistakes. That's on top of the thing. King of Wands, Trump, new energy, Page of Cups. People, it's going to cause a bit of emotional upset and turmoil. King of Pentacles, all about money for him. He doesn't care about anything else. The Hangman, it's going to cause a pause in some things. 6 of Wands. He's determined to get victory, and there's 2 6s there. We've got 3 kings here, and 2 6s and 2 cups. So opposites. Again, we've got that thing about the 2s being divided loyalties. I'm working on expanding my skills with the cards and all that, and that includes more with the numbers. So, opposing loyalty or emotions. Yeah. Sixes. So we've got the Six of Wands. He's determined to get victory, and the Six of Cups go back to the past, and he's doing that to try and stir things up. But it's completion or justice. Or justice. 2 sixes. Oh, people are I think people are justified to be worried about it. Definitely. People are justified to be worried about it. And we've got 3 kings. Powerful and influential men. Yeah, but still, they might be powerful and influential, but yeah, he wants to establish himself as a powerful and re-establish himself as a powerful and influential man. But it's not going to happen. People are justified to be worried about these things turning into a super spreader event. Could cause it could cause lockdowns in some of the areas where he visits, in some of the towns where he visits. That's a mistake. Big mistake. Two is 3. 6. Definitely worrisome. Yeah. Matt Gaetz is his America First rallies. Let's have a look at those. Hi to everyone who's watching. Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene are joining forces with the America First rallies. May pass over Perth, Australia. Oh, thanks, Uncover the News. Soon. If I have a piece of that shitty thing land on my house, I'm going to come. I'm coming for you, Uncover the News. If a piece of that thing lands on my house, don't jinx me. It's heading my way. If it lands in the front yard, that's fine. As long as it doesn't hit any of the houses. Oh, dear. Okay, Matt Gaetz' rallies. I've got no control where it lands. I just hope none of it hits any houses or anything. the chariot, the Matt Gaetz' rally. He's trying to rev up momentum. And he feels like it's his job to bring to light many hidden secrets, things that have been buried. Oh, my goodness. 3 high-impact cards in a row with Matt Gaetz' rally. Tower. Now, this appeared with the Trump rallies as well, so I think there's definitely some justification to be worried about them being super spreader events. But honestly, they're just going to be ramping up the lies and the gaslighting. Judgment. Oh, freaking hell. Judgment. You know, it's only going to serve to wake people up to what a dick he is. Honestly, it's like 8 of Cups, people walking away. People walking away. It's not going to have the effect he thinks it's had. People are going to go there expecting to hear something new, and it's going to be a wine fest. A wine fest. And they're going to be, he's another false knight. You can't believe what he says. Dirty money. 3 of Pentacles, dirty money. 3 of Cups. People, now this is interesting because we've got the Tower, the 8 of Cups, people walking away, the 3 of Cups support, walking away from supporting him. His aim is to try and create new energy into the thing. But no, it's just going to turn people. He's going to try and get. Stop teasing me. Uncover the news and saying the rocket's getting closer. Biden, he's going to try and lovers. They just see him as someone who'll make a deal with anyone to get what he wants. It's going to have, it is a cause for concern. Any large gathering is a cause for concern. But B, I don't think it's going to have the impact he thinks it has. I think it's going to be, people are starting to see what these people are saying alike. They're starting to open their eyes. These guys are not going to win their seats back next year. Hi, April Evans. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you for a while. Welcome back. Now, let's get on with what else we got next? The rallies. Have the feds got a wiretap on Trump? Let's have a look at that question, will we? Do the feds have a wiretap on Trump? It's passed over for now. Bannon said on, now Marjorie Lara's got a comment here saying, remember Bannon said on 60 Minutes he wanted to destroy the GOP for Iraq. I don't understand what that means. Yeah. All we can do is hang on for our hats and wait and see where it lands. It's going to land, you know, it's going to fall apart and start dripping it all over the place sometime today. But yeah. You never know. It might fall on Mar-a-Lago. Will the rocket fall on Mar-a-Lago? Let's have a look. Will the rocket fall on Mar-a-Lago? I'm not wishing it. Page of Wands. Silly. 9 of Cups. That's what you want. But they're all yes cards. The Page of Wands, the 9 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups are all yes cards. But no, I do not want the rocket to land on any structure, anywhere where people can get hurt. Okay, that was a silly thing to ask, and I do. Yeah. No, I don't want it to hit anywhere. I mean, even though if it's a place you really think it would be better if it was just, you don't want it anywhere where people are going to get hurt. It's a silly thing to ask. Not nice. So, if my guides want to give me a kick up the butt, metaphorical kick up the butt, please do. Don't, yeah. The first rule for me is to wish no harm. And if the building was completely empty and nobody got hurt and a piece of it landed on it, I wouldn't be sorry, but that's not likely to be the case. So you don't want it to. You don't want people hurt. Never ever wish harm. Only wish justice. So, have the feds got a wiretap on Trump? Well, human or maybe alien, true. Melinda, true. Yeah, but just because somebody hurt so many people doesn't mean you should wish for hurt on them. But justice will come to those who hurt many. Okay? In whatever form it may be. Okay, do the feds have a wiretap on Trump? Queen of Cups, yes. It's like they're keeping an eye on him, like a smothering mother. Two of Pentacles. Oh, yes. Yes, they interesting. It's like two reels of a tape. See? Knight of Cups. There he is, the false knight. Oh, it's going to offer up temperance. They've been very restrained here. They've really made sure that they've got things covered with regard to what? Just cause. Changes that are unavoidable and irreversible. The Chariot momentum. They really, they've got they're ramping up their case against him. They've got Three of Wands, consequences. There are going to be consequences. The spy. They've covered themselves. They've done all the paperwork. Details. They've done all the paperwork. Trump will, of course, immediately come out and say, if they had, it was illegal. It's going to prove that no, they had everything in line for this. They do not want to stuff this up, and they've made sure every dot is crossed, every I is dotted, every T is crossed. They've done everything to make sure that they're covered for this. The Empress, Russia, The Empress is Russia. King of Cups. Biden administration, hangman, pause. He will try to claim that anything that's on those tape is privileged communication, and he won't be able to. He's not the president anymore. But here's the thing too. They've had the recordings of all the phone calls he made while he was in the White House, even on his separate phone. You know, everything's got to be recorded. And they've used that as the basis to get the warrant to surveil him now. It's a really stable, steady case. Pause. Yeah. Got the spy. They're going to get a lot from it. If it was passing over Tasmania not long ago, that means it would have been heading south into the Southern Ocean. If it is down into an area where it's not likely to hurt any people, and I hope that's true. They've completely covered themselves if they have got it. Merrick Garland. You know what that's what you're going to do to get Trump? I think that last question actually answered that. He went in and he got everything and made sure everything was, making sure everything is covered. That's what he's doing. Making sure everything is covered. Is someone wearing a wire? Wouldn't surprise me. Okay. Oh, big question of the day. Will Rudy Giuliani flip on Trump? What do you reckon, Bubba? My wisest associate. And my most loyal little kitty. Yeah. Do you think Rudy Giuliani will flip on Trump? Do you? Okay. Would you like a kiss? Would you like a kiss? Oh, we have a cuddle. Cuddle. We'd have a cuddle later when he's watching the rugby league, watching all those big men drive each other into the ground. Yeah. Yeah. Mummy's team is playing today. Yes. NRL, National Rugby League. We have had NFL players come over and watch a rugby league match and they go, no way would we play that. Because they don't have the padding and everything. Some people do wear head protectors, but that's about it, really. I just got to. And my team is the St. George Illawarra Dragons. Isn't it, Bubba? Isn't it? The St. George Illawarra Dragons. And then South Sydney for my daddy. For my dad, that was his favourite team. They had a bad game the other night. They got beaten lots and lots of points to nothing, poor babies. You do rugby union or rugby league? Because rugby union is a similar game, but there are some differences. And yeah, I can follow both, but yeah. When people say rugby, that generally means rugby union. So we go rugby and then league. So okay, where? Ooh. I'm going to use the ghost tarot here because I reckon Rudy has a lot of information that Trump would not want shared. So, hi J-Lo, how are you? Yep. Beautiful cards. It's a low Scarabeo deck. Artwork by David Corsi. Beautiful deck. Miles Taylor bringing the heat. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Miles Taylor, isn't he the dude who resigned and blew the whistle on a few things? So, is Rudy Giuliani going to turn on Trump? Let's have a look. Cohen reckons he will. It hasn't sunk into his head yet that Trump is going to do stuff all to help him. Guide to the highest grade, good and compassion. High strength and compassion, please help me find clarity inside an object. Turning into the question of Rudy Giuliani. Will he flip on Trump? Let's see. Ooh. Rudy flip on Trump. Let's see what's come out. 6 of Pentacles out in the cold. Ooh. No, 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. 6. King of Cups. Temperance. There's 6 of Pentacles. And sharing memories. He's like, oh, he promised he'd help me. This is all I'm left with is memories of the past. Poor, sad old man. King of Cups. Emotional instability. Loss. Temperance. In order to, he really needs to show restraint, but he can't do that. Oh, corruption. King of Swords, corruption. Quid pro quo deals. Quid pro quo. Going to haunt him. Corruption. The corrupt prosecution. Comes out. The Queen of Wands. The Two of Cups, deals again. He's gonna, yeah, I think he could. Dawn Awakening. Is that Justice? 19 is Justice. Oh, the Sun. Yeah. The Sun. Things are, he can shed a lot of light on a lot of things. Abuse of power. On abuse of power. On the gaslighting and lying about Trump and Harris and things like that, trying to stop that. He can, an abuse of power, how he abused his power in office to try and affect the election against Trump and Harris. The Hanged Man, suspended forever. Put a pause to things, slow things down a bit. Tipping point. He's coming to a decision time. What's on the offer? Is Trump going to help him or not? 5, no, he's going to be out in the cold. Tipping point. Yeah, I think he could flip because it's starting to realise that Trump's not going to help him. He, you know. I'll be happy if I was wrong about that on my reading with that rocket, because I don't want, you know, the other thing, if it landed in the ocean, unless bits of it landed on a ship or damaged a ship or something, or something like that. But hopefully none of that happened. Okay. Well, I've got a couple more minutes left. So what I might do is I'll grab a deck of oracle cards, guys, and we'll do what message does Spirit have for us in the next week, for the next few days. Wisdom of the hidden realms. Okay, so what message does Spirit have for us for the coming days? Don't worry about if you make mistakes while you're typing. Okay. What we should think about in the past, what we should think about at the present. Yeah, what we should leave in the past, what we should think about in the present, embrace in the present, and what we should embrace in the future. Okay, what should we leave in the past? the winged wise ones, angelic help, miraculous aid. We've been getting that in the past, and it's been really important. And in the past, we've been asking for this in the past, and worrying so much that we can't do things without help and guidance. And help and guidance is always welcome, but you should be, this is just my interpretation, is you should leave the belief that you can't do it on your own in the past. Hi, Fern Robin Blank. And, be thankful for the help and guidance you've gotten in the past, but if you've been thinking you can't do this all on your own without guidance, yes, you can do things on your own, but welcome the guidance and the wisdom you've gotten in the past, and appreciate it and acknowledge that as well. But don't believe that without it you can't go on. And that brings me to the next card at the present. The prison waif, self-sabotage, poverty and consciousness. By believing that you can't handle things on your own without guidance, that's you're self-sabotaging yourself, because then you're putting yourself in a position where you can't do anything. You're putting your whole life on pause, and if I make this decision, it's going to be the wrong decision. So you're second guessing yourself, and you're not maybe having that faith in yourself. So you've got to really turn that upside down. And I had help and guidance in the past, and that got me through everything, but now I don't have that now, so everything's going to fall apart. Do not let that attitude happen. You've got to stomp on that attitude pretty well straight away. The future, the dragon's jewel, inner conflict, morality, and conscious choice. Yeah. We all, at some time in the future, we all have to make decisions at times, and it's going to be no different in the future than it has been in the past or in the present. And we are going to sometimes have to make really hard choices that might not be what we want, but might be the right choices to make. Okay. Never made it to Perth. Oh. Okay. So let's have a look at what the book says about these cards. The past, number 34, the winged wise ones. Always allies and never challenges. The winged wise ones represent the aid of all the angels. When you enter their realm, know that your sincere prayers will be answered. They always were, and they always will be. They were in the past, and they will be. This also represents divine intervention and the potential of miracles to heal and transform as if by magic. Have faith, whatever your circumstances. Heavenly beings are watching over you. So it might not feel like it. You might be feeling abandoned where in the past you weren't, but they're still there. So what you were feeling, be aware of the higher consciousness in you. Okay, and the messengers are translated within you as inspired thoughts, instantly unraveling the past and revealing the present. Okay, so some people might be feeling abandoned and doubtful This is the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reid, which is one of my favourite oracle deck people. Okay, the prison waif. The prison waif arrives in his realm as your ally. He comes to remind you of the law of paradoxical intent. Your own self-sabotaging thoughts and hidden beliefs are in fact preventing you from the highest good. You might believe that you are doing all you can to manifest your reality, but perhaps you're giving into thoughts such as the following: I can't do this, I'm unworthy, I'll fail, so I try, I don't deserve this, I'm unlovable. This is money. Challenge those thoughts. You're locked in a prison of your own making. The good news is because it means you have the key to let yourself out. Go back and remember all of the things that you thought in the past that inspired you and all that. They're not locked in the past. They're still there. Go and, if you're a prisoner of worry, distrust, cynicism, and fear, do you constantly tell yourself there's not going to be enough, or do you see only a lack of poverty where you look? If you don't like what you see, it's time to transform the way you see it. Call upon the wisdom that you felt in the past to do that. Those winged wide ones to help you see, but also have belief in yourself that you can do it. Don't let your self-doubts win. Okay, the Dragon's Jewel. Looking at the future a bit. The Dragon's Jewel takes place in proverbial fork in the road. Okay, it's both an ally and a challenger at once. It represents a tension of opposites. Even though the truth is that we live in unity, we experience the duality of faith and doubt, love and fear, right and wrong, black and white. This aspect of your current experience asks you to accept that although you may be going one way, another way may call to you to change direction. Now is the time to inquire whether it's your ego or your soul leading you. There are always choices in life. Decision making also solves inner conflict. If you're torn between two dragons, the one that you choose to feed will be the one that wins. Which is it? Okay. Is it your self-doubt and your negativity or your self-belief? Feed the self-belief. If it's not the one that serves the highest of your intentions, deliberately feed the other and the jewel will be won in your favour. Okay. There you go, my darlings. Hi, Renee Rogers. Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful that he did that. Now, the Maryland governor, he's a Republican, but he has stepped up time and time again to say, no, look, this isn't good enough. So yeah. Hi, Michelle, my belle. Look, guys, I'm going to end it here now for today. Please, everyone in the US and other places, enjoy a wonderful Mother's Day. Later today, over, and stuff. So please enjoy Mother's Day, even if your babies are just fur babies. And take care of yourself. Stay strong, stay loving, stay healthy. Okay. And I love you all, and I will see you again in a few days. Okay. Bye-bye.